Adiyan Ramanujadasan. Today is a very auspicious day. Today is Punarvasu Nakshatram of the Thai month, that is Pushya Masa. Today is the 1000th Thirunakshatram of Swami Ramanujacharya's cousin, who was widely known as Embar. Today, let's learn 3 lessons from the lifetime of Swami Embar. Let's get into this. Ramanujacharya's mother had a sister whose son is Embar. He was first named as Govinda, and later when he took sannyasa, he was named Emberumanar, the name of Ramanujacharya. But he said, Swami, I don't have the eligibility to take your name. I cannot bear the whole name. So the name was shortened to Embar. That is Embar, and he was considered to be Ramanuja Padachaya. He was considered the shadow of Ramanujacharya, and he would never leave Ramanujacharya. But there are some things that we need to see. Firstly, when Ramanujacharya studied under Yadava Prakasha, Govinda also accompanied Ramanujacharya. A plan was hatched to do away with Ramanujacharya, but the timely notice of Govindacharya helped Ramanuja save his life, and then fate had its own plans. Govinda slightly diverted to another path. He became a Shaiva and started following that sampradaya. Later on, Ramanujacharya's and Govinda's uncle, who is known as Sri Shailapurna, intervened and brought Govinda back to Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. And then, under the guidance of Sri Shailapurna, Govinda started learning Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya and stayed with Sri Shailapurna in Tirumala. At that point of time, Ramanujacharya visited Tirumala and started learning Sri Ramayana under the tutelage of Sri Shailapurna Swami. During that time, there were some instances from which we can draw inspiration. Ramanujacharya once noticed Govinda making the bed for Sri Shailapurna Swami, and Ramanujacharya also saw Govinda lying on that bed. He told this matter to Sri Shailapurna, and Sri Shailapurna asked Govinda why he did so. Govinda replied, Swami, Adiyan prepared the bed and then wanted to verify whether it was comfortable or not. I wanted to make sure that your sleep was always comfortable. That's why I did that. Swami asked, do you know what will happen to you for doing this? Govinda replied, of course, Swami. Lying on an Acharya's bed would lead me to hell, that is Naraka. Sri Shailapurna Swami asks, oh, are you ready to face that? And for that, Govinda replies, Swami, if at all you could have a good night's sleep, then I am ready to even visit hell for that. That was the kind of nishtha that Govinda had towards his acharyas. It is said in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya that an acharya must take care of the upliftment of his shishya's soul, and the shishya must take care of his acharya's body. That is, he must take care of his comforts, his food, shelter, etc. His basic needs, basically. So, the shishya here, Govinda, made sure that his acharya always had a comfortable sleep. That is the amount of nishtha, dedication, devotion that Govinda had towards his acharya, Sri Shailapurna Swami. So, this is the first lesson we can learn from him. There is another instance from which we can draw some inspiration. Once, Ramanujacharya, Govinda, and some of Ramanujacharya's followers were visiting a garden. In a distance, Ramanuja notices Govinda holding a snake in his hand. Ramanujacharya is astonished. He is surprised. By the time he reaches Govinda, he had left the snake and the snake had slithered away. Ramanujacharya inquires, why did you hold that snake by your hand? Govinda replies, Swami, while I was coming this way, the snake slithered onto my path. It had its mouth open. I noticed that there was a thorn stuck in its tongue. So I felt that it had come to me seeking help. So I took it by my hand and removed the thorn. After that, the snake slithered away, he says. Ramanujacharya was astonished by the amount of compassion Govinda had towards other beings. The snake doesn't know who is there to protect it or harm it, right? But Govinda did not care about that. All he cared about was the well being of that snake. So, that is the amount of compassion that he had towards other beings. Our Acharyas in various texts tell us that compassion towards other beings is a very important quality that every Vaishnava must have. So, this is the second lesson. We must show compassion towards other beings. Not only other Shivaishnavas, not only other humans, but to all other beings. So, this is the second lesson. And then, after Ramanujacharya completed studying Shiramayanam, he started for Shrirangam. During that time, Ramanujacharya asked Srishailapurana Swami to send Govinda along with him, and Govinda accompanied Ramanujacharya to Shrirangam. Midway, Govinda couldn't live without Srishailapurana Swami, seeing that Ramanujacharya sends him again to Tirumala. But Srishailapurana Swami doesn't agree to that. He says, once you were given to Ramanujacharya, you have to return. And then Govinda again returned to Ramanujacharya, and being with Ramanujacharya, getting to know his qualities, he became a great disciple of Ramanujacharya. And he was with so many good qualities that even other disciples used to praise Govindacharya. Now we are coming to the third lesson. Once Ramanujacharya's disciples praised Govinda. Usually when someone is praised, he must deny that or at least be silent. But Govinda, on the contrary, nodded his head and said, yes, this is true. And he even praised himself. Seeing this, Ramanujacharya asked Govinda, why you are doing so? You should not praise yourself. This is not right. For that, Govinda replies, Swami, I was never praising myself. I was not nodding my head because they were praising me. But when I think about this, just thinking about how my past was, I consider me to be very unworthy. It is only through your grace and the grace of Srishailapurana Swami that I am here today. And so, whatever praise that is being showered upon me is not praise showered upon me, but rather on you and Srishailapurana Swami. And how can I deny when someone is praising you or Srishailapurana Swami? And so, thinking that, I was agreeing to it and also adding some points to that. This is the mindset of a great Sri Vaishnava. Whatever praise that one receives, whatever good qualities that one has, whatever good deeds that one has done, these are all due to Acharya's grace. That is the mindset that every Sri Vaishnava must develop. So he never considered his good qualities or his good deeds to be his, but rather the grace of his Acharya. Listening to this, Ramanujacharya became very emotional. He hugged his cousin, that is Govinda, and exclaimed, by touching you, by hugging you, I hope that I too get some good qualities from you. That is the amount of praise that Ramanujacharya himself showered upon Govinda. So, on this special occasion of Govinda's Thirunakshatram, who was later given sannyasa ashram by Ramanujacharya and named Embar, let's all pledge that we'll try to inculcate these qualities. That is, having immense devotion towards our Acharya, being ready to do anything for his comfort. Second, having compassion towards all beings. And third, whatever good qualities, good deeds we have, considering them to be Acharya's grace. Usually we find many people explaining us how to handle criticism, but this instance teaches us how to handle praise. So, this is how you handle praise. Whatever good can be found in us is only due to Bhagavan's grace that flows through our Acharya. So, on this special occasion, let's remember Embar and his qualities and try to inculcate them in our lives. Embar Tiruvadihale Sharanam.
Thanks for watching this video. We at Bhaktamritam are committed to deliver the best quality content regarding Sanatana Dharma and Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Our objective is to promote, preserve and preach the values of Sanatana Dharma, especially Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. This really involves a lot of time, effort and resources. If our efforts have really touched your lives, you can consider supporting us. The links for the same have been provided in the description box as well as on your screens. Thank you.